Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in for this video. This is going to be sort of a review slash kind of favorites video because I get a lot of questions about smoky eyes and what are the best sort of all-in-one palettes to get that look with. There are a lot of people out there that aren't necessarily wanting to have to buy like several different expensive individual shadows to come up with one look. It's been requested of me a lot too, just, you know, can you do looks that don't use so many products, just using maybe like one thing. And so I think palettes, especially from the drugstore, and by palette I mean, you know, a little eyeshadow set that has multiple shades in it, using something like that is really kind of what a lot of you are going after. How can I get that look by not buying 10 different items? So I just wanted to highlight a few of my favorite drugstore smoky eye palettes. So basically palettes that I'm pulling out here and saying you can get a smoky eye with this. You know, you may want to use some liner or you may want to throw on your own mascara and stuff, but with these colors you can get the eyeshadow look you're going for. In many cases, I believe all of these have a deep black, you know, or super dark charcoal gray shade that can even serve as your liner in some cases. So these are very good. I picked them because I feel like they offer everything you need to get the smoky eye. So I'm just going to go through that. Oh, first off, I did want to say what's on my lips today because I kind of get that question a lot, and sometimes I forget by the time, you know, weeks have passed and I don't remember what I was wearing on my lips in a certain video. Today I'm wearing e.l.f. Moisture Care Lip Color. It's the kind that like twists up through that little tip there. It's in Ruby Slipper. It's a red shade, but kind of a soft red, super wearable. Onto the shadows now. I'm going to start off with one from e.l.f. and I actually featured this in a video. It's the e.l.f. Quad in Drama. This is only $1 on eyeslipsface.com. Why mine are in little rectangles, I'm not sure. That's just the way it was when it got sent to me at first, but I have another one and it's in like little triangles. So, but anyway, I did a video on this. I think I called it my $2 smoky eye. I kept, you know, super minimal products on it. And so I used this, and here you're getting like a sparkly black, a charcoal shimmery shade, a white, and a light gray. And the colors really do have nice pigmentation for the price that you're spending here on these. So I just think that for $1, this is really, really great. Optimal colors to get the smoky eye. I mean, you've got your light shades to do highlighting, your dark shades to really get that contour, and a black that can make a fantastic liner. So that one is just, you know, can't go wrong with this. If you're making an e.l.f. order already or you're considering it, just toss this on to what you're getting. It's only $1. It's, I know they've expanded into studio and mineral products and stuff like that, but they still have the $1 stuff that's got some nice selection in it as well. So that is one. Another great one is from Revlon. I've been using this for a long time. It's a great look for just day-to-day, and it's the 12-Hour Color Stay Eyeshadow in Sultry Smoke. And so here it's kind of playing off of a blue tone for smoky eyes, so you're getting kind of a matte. This is actually, seems to me like a very light blue-gray, a nice navy, a medium to dark gray, and then your charcoal nearly black shade there. So you're going to get a nice smoky eye if you'd like to kind of veer toward tones of blue, or maybe you just like the smoky eye and then you like, you know, having the option of accenting with blue or using that as a liner shade. You know, you could go kind of soft with this, like this on the lid, this in the crease, and then use a liner brush to put the blue on. That would be a great way to use this as well. Revlon also does a nice thing because they give you like 2 different applicators. I know a lot of people are into brushes and, you know, gotta have this brush for this and another brush for something else, but it's nice to have these 2 applicators because you can, I find that this little guy here, the pointy one, can be really nice to get some of that dark color like right on the outer part of your lid. They just give you a lot of control, the applicators do sometimes. So that's a really nice palette there. As for its staying power, these Color Stay palettes really are good for that. So pair that up with a nice eye primer, maybe, you know, the e.l.f. Mineral Eye Primer or L'Oreal Decrease. I'm thinking of the lesser expensive ones there. You know, you'll have a good long wearing look. Let me see. I had 5 here. Oh, there you go. They're all sitting kind of around me, so I forgot. I also did a tutorial on this palette, so this really helps when I've actually used these in videos. But this is from Milani, and it's the Runway Eyes in Catwalk. So look at these. I love this palette because you're looking at it and you're thinking, oh, smoky eye? Well, yeah, you can definitely do that. You've got your white, your silver, and your black, but you can really have some fun with it with the blue and this pretty kind of brick red, which is actually a really, really nice shade to kind of, like what I would do, if I can grab a brush here. Like what I've got going on here, I've got kind of a medium gray shade there. I would take this red shade. If you're not sure how to use it, grab it on a somewhat fluffier brush and use it just like that. See how it warms up? You just put it over a little bit deeper shade and kind of blend upwards, and you get this gorgeous warm look out of it, you know? It just seems very natural because it's playing off of natural colors that are already in your skin. I love that shade. I'm always gonna love that. And I use this, the colors I used in the look that I did in a tutorial, I believe I used the white, the black, the blue, and the red. And it really created a fun look. So if you search through my videos, find Milani Runway Eyes tutorial in Catwalk. This is just an example of a smoky eye palette that is giving you even more. The black is great, you know, you're getting a nice deep pigmentation on the black, but you're also getting a gorgeous blue there, that's on that finger here, to play with, and you know, a pretty kind of bronzy gold shade. I mean, think of all the variety you can get out of this. So I would totally recommend this to get your smoky eye, but if you want to start experimenting with more color, try that out as well. Next one is the one that actually features the colors I'm wearing today. This was what I used to do my makeup today, and you'll see it's not a super smoky look. It's overall fairly natural, you know, and this is what I think, if you like the smoky eye but you like to also keep it natural, it's the Maybelline Stylish Smokes collection. They have several different shades. They've got like greens, purples. This is just the smoky kind of grays. It's Charcoal Smokes is what it's called. And you can see it does tell you where everything goes: lid, crease, outer corner, and brow bone. And obviously I just added that little red shade there, but I like these colors just for a kind of, you know, keep it natural sort of smoky eye look. The black is not the most intense black that I've run across in my shadows that I've used. However, it's not bad. I'm going to put some on a brush here just to show you. Put it in my corner, and it's giving me a nice depth, but it's not like the immediate, like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of black there. You know what I mean? There are some shades that almost are difficult to blend. This is like a buildable black, so keep that in mind. Oops, just got some on my hair there, I think. So, you know, you can get a dramatic look with this, but you're just gonna have to build it up a little more. But it's still one of my favorites because I think it's just so easy to wear for like a work scenario. You got these shades up top that are almost kind of like taupey gray shades, so that's a little different from I think anything I've shown you so far. I've shown you Elf, which is just standard classic smoky eye shades. The Revlon, which goes more toward blue, the Runway Eyes that is kind of colorful, and now this that is also kind of your traditional smoky eye, but with some really natural kind of taupey grays in there. So this is a nice palette, very user-friendly in that it highlights where all those need to go on your eye. And lastly, has to be my absolute favorite, and it's from CoverGirl. I've mentioned this several times. It is the Quad in Drama Eyes, and the pigmentation on these is superior. CoverGirl has really improved their shadows lately, and this is just one of the best all-around kits. I've recommended this. I've recommended it to my sister-in-law, and she picked it up, and I did a look on her with this, and you know, she loved it. It's just really great. You've got a rich black. Find a finger I didn't use yet. Very great black there. And then you've got a pretty burgundy. I mentioned why I like those kind of shades of red so much. This silver is really pretty as well, if I can show you that there. There's that nice silver, and then you've got sort of a matte white shade. So these all work together really well. That black is going to be one of your favorites by far. It's nice to have them all together in the palette, like I've said. There's a big advantage to getting the palette and getting it from a drugstore and finding something you love, because you're not spending a lot and you're getting a lot of shadows for one price. Even if you haven't experimented with smoky eyes before, this is something that's very user-friendly, really fun to use. It's going to give you the smoky eye look that I think you've been after. So I hope you guys enjoyed these suggestions, and maybe next time you head to the drugstore you'll sort of be able to pick through the crowd of shadows a little better and get something you like. So thanks so much for tuning in for this video, guys, and have a great day.